Welcome to Toffee Blue View, your source for all things Everton. I'm Gerry. There's Edward. Here's David. Yeah, that's everybody. Roll call. Over. So we need to talk about Everton's number one.
England's number one.
Yeah, England's
Potential number one.
I think he put forth a case. Jordan Pickford got a clean sheet against Germany and actually impressed a lot of folks, even some Germans. So
Good.
So guys, do we feel like out of all the keepers out there, Pickford was deserving of the shot?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, in all fairness, I mean, Nick Pope for Burnley looks to be pretty good.
He does.
Yeah.
He looks to be a very good keeper.
Took his chance, hasn't he, at Burnley? He's done very well.
He's had a bit of a Butland situation, hasn't he? The main keeper's sort of either gone or got injured. He's now taken his chance and he's excelled. So fair play to him.
I think Heaton, he'll struggle to get back in, won't he? I think.
Isn't he like 36 now or something?
Is that how it is? Yeah.
I think so. Something like that, at least.
Older than I thought.
Pickford, yeah. I think it's about time we. I mean, I don't think anybody, considering one lives in America, I don't think any of us three are massive England fans. But we'd probably rather see them do well than not do well. I might be speaking on your behalf there, Edward, and I'm have it completely wrong. I don't know.
No. I wouldn't mind them doing well. It's just all my support left them when we crashed out of the 2014 World Cup.
Yeah. Well, they've crashed out of every tournament I've ever watched them in. But I think it's from an England point of view. I think it is time Joe Hart has cut loose. I think he's had too many years now of just being poor.
He's gotten away with it as well because no one's sort of come close to him.
But now I feel like England have got at least 3 or 4 really good goalkeepers.
Yeah, I mean, right? Okay, we'll count them. So we've got obviously Pickford. We've got Butland. Shall we include Nick Pope, or is he not really?
Well, I suppose we can include him. He's probably not top of the pile, is he? But
yeah, I mean, how old is he? I think he's only about 21 or something like that.
Yeah, I know he's young.
Yeah, he's very, very, very young. So
you got Fraser Forster as well.
Nah, I don't rate him. I don't rate him that much. He's all right, but I don't rate him, to be honest. I mean, he's 6'7" and he didn't stop a simple header that I think Burnley scored. So
yeah,
I rated him before his injury.
Who do you think's better, Joe Hart or Fraser Forster?
Forster.
Oh, Forster, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's funny that we answer so quickly. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But yeah,
he's head and shoulders above Hart.
I actually get that.
That was quick. That was quick.
I give you that.
So I mean, I don't know. I think I don't really see Hart as being the starter going into World Cup. I just don't see it happening. All right. At this point, though, I think the realistic choice is going to be Butland starting.
Oh yeah.
Come World Cup. Honestly, I'm sort of fine with it because I feel like Butland's got more experience. And let's
He's only got about 2 more caps, I'd say.
No. I was actually talking about just playing experience, not really international experience.
Fair play.
You're totally right about that. That's, but yeah, I mean, I think I would rather give him the nod, if only just for that. And I would say that let's let Pickford play under a little bit more settled defense at Everton for a little while. When we actually do get that happening. Because he's been making those, running out, making those, kind of ill-advised mistakes. Where he runs out at the ball and they just literally go around him. That's happened a couple of times.
3 times in one match.
Yeah, and I talked about it. I talked about it with Max last video, but it was it wasn't another video. It was just off camera. But I told him that kind of thing tends to happen with a defense that is not really firing on all cylinders. If you don't fully trust them, you immediately want to jump out there, and it's, But I think he's going to be England's number 2. By the way, my team's not going to even be in the World Cup. All right, so I have to live vicariously through you guys.
I gotta admit, I'm actually quite happy that they've got two. We'll call them 23. Yeah, they are. Like, it's two 23, 24-year-olds that are pretty damn good, and they're both contending for a goalkeeping spot. So it shows they could be in that similar competition for a couple of years to come, which it actually makes me quite happy to see.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want it where we've got, like it was with Ages for Hart, like Hart on his own, and there's not really anyone else competing with him.
Here's my issue, though. I believe Joe Hart will be starter in Russia, and I think he may even end up being a captain.
Because no one's got the balls to actually get rid of like the old players that just don't work. Like Henderson is another example. He's constantly in the team when he does. This is going to sound really biased as an Everton fan, but he does nothing for England. He does well for Liverpool, don't get me wrong.
I don't even think he does well for Liverpool. I think
Yeah.
I'm astonished that a club of Liverpool's size
I've still got him as the captain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a couple of my mates have said that they don't really rate him that much either, but he does turn up a couple of times. But England, he just never does. I mean, Loftus-Cheek. I don't think we can say about Pickford without saying about Loftus-Cheek. He ran the show against Germany, I think. He was quality.
Yeah.
Which shows another one of Chelsea's youngsters that never was given a chance. Among so many others. But we're not Chelsea fans, are we?
He's still at the club, isn't he? Technically, he's out on loan.
Yeah.
So he might still come good for them, maybe.
Maybe. But I think, I mean, you look at the team that we played, really, the only ones that give you a bit of a... I think was really... Well, none of them come to the top of my head. I can't really think of any. I thought it was a good, solid team that we played against England. I mean, we had a decent-looking defence. I think it was... was it Dyer in the defence along with Stones and Jones?
Maguire.
I think Maguire was really the only one that was a bit shaky, to be honest. And Pickford saved
Didn't they run? They ran three in the back.
Yeah, they ran three at the back, yeah.
Yeah, so it was Maguire, Stones, and I think Dyer played more center, like
yeah.
center
Jones
mid.
was in until he got injured.
Yeah, so that I think that's interesting that Southgate is running three in the back with wing backs. That's sort of that's fascinating to me, and maybe he's only doing that against strong sides. I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Interesting.
Did work, though.
So do we let's fast forward 2 years, just past the World Cup. World Cup's over, and it's time to start picking yourself off the floor and start doing World Cup qualifying again.
Oh gosh.
Pickford a number one after World Cup. Do we see him genuinely getting a shot, or is it the kind of thing where he's constantly going to be a bridesmaid?
See, I feel like if Butland moves on to another club, and like no offense to Stoke or anything, but I keep saying that. Yeah, no offense to Stoke, but if he moves on from Stoke and goes to another club, sorry to say it, but bigger than Stoke, he'll probably get the number one spot. So if he goes to a United or a City or a Chelsea or an Arsenal, a team like that, he is probably going to be starting, because I must admit, he's on par with Pickford, if not a little bit better. I mean, you look at, if Pickford does stay with us, then I'd love it to happen. But I feel like he's going to be a bit like that constant number two, because he's at Everton. He's not at a top six or a big club, so he's not really the highest rated keeper. Joe Hart was always playing for England because he was playing for Man City, and that's a big club. So,
yeah.
But I think if he stays at Stoke, Pickford's got more of a chance.
I have nothing to add. I agree.
You've been saying that a lot recently.
I agree. I think we'll have to wait and see, but he has potential too. But it's between him and Butland long term.
I think as a shot stopper, I don't think anybody else is better. I think he's the best
because of the amount he's had to face.
Do what?
Because of the amount he's had to face.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. But I totally trust him in those type of situations. It's just decision making certain times that he just needs, and he's young, so hopefully that'll.
I feel like that's something to do with the goalkeeping coach. Actually, thinking about it,
It might.
because Stecklenburg and Robles were never really great with their decisions either. If you think about it,
They weren't great with their maths,
no.
were they?
Well, we don't know. We don't know. They could have got A stars.
So
Not judging. Not judging.
So just really quick, I have to say this. The idea, and this is not related to Pickford, this has everything to do with Southgate. Southgate, this was your bad, but why is Solanke getting in the squad over Calvert-Lewin?
I saw that.
He immediately, and I've heard people defend his decision. I don't understand how he can say, why would Wilshere get in? He can't even get in the squad for Arsenal. But Solanke barely gets in the squad for Liverpool, and he doesn't
Has
score.
he actually played any competitive minutes for Liverpool?
I don't actually know. I'm assuming he has some. But
He has, but not a lot.
Yeah, I saw something. I think it was in like the Metro or the Guardian or something like that, where they said about. I think it was Steve. Is it Steve Cook? That's the younger one of the two from Bournemouth. Steve or Lewis Cook. Steve or Lewis Cook from Bournemouth, and I think there was only 9 players ahead of him who have played more minutes in the Premier League, and I think 3 of those, Calvert-Lewin, Davies, and Holgate, and I think the only one that was ahead of Calvert-Lewin, I think, was Loftus-Cheek, but that was it.
Yeah, it seems a little inconsistent, Gareth. So we're just asking you, as friends, start.
I mean, he's scored even
treating our
more
guys
goals
right.
than Solanke, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So,
The only defense I can say is Solanke's bigger. He's bigger and more sturdy. He seems like he's a little bit more physically ready, but that's all I got.
Yeah.
neither was Rashford, but he got into the Euros.
It's true. Very true.
Didn't
All right.
know anything like.
So have we thoroughly given this attention, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, we haven't gone on a tangent. That's it.
Yeah.
We definitely don't do that. No.
No, never. So that is
I like
it.
the fact that he's ready for his outro like that. He's got it ready.
This is how you know to start wrapping it up. Well, so that is it for our Pickford talk. Gareth, keep starting him and get DCL in there. If you're digging the videos, please subscribe. It's just the easiest thing to do. It really is. Just click that button and subscribe. Also, like, comment, tell us what you think about Pickford and the national team and DCL and your favorite color. Check out Edward's YouTube channel, Jam E. James. Details are down there. Also, go read. David has a new piece on the Toffee Blues website, in addition to his piece on the Sportsman about Lukaku. So, yeah.
What's the piece on, David?
Yeah.
The latest pieces regarding Everton set pieces and the fact that Everton have been terrible for a while, and looking at why is that, and go and read it.
Cool. Very good. All right, everybody, listen to the man. That is it. That is all for this episode. Yeah, we're gonna stop recording and then go do another one. Bye-bye.
Adios.